All right, so it is 6:20 in the morning. I'm gearing up to start our sail south out of Norfolk and into the ICW. Desiree actually went back to Florida because she's having a bit of a family reunion there. And so I actually brought in a ringer. Here's your coffee, big guy. Yeah, thank you for coming.
Oh yeah, I've been looking forward to it.
Yeah, so the ICW, it's a really narrow cut that at some points is natural and a lot of the time it's not, and it's dredged. It's a really great way to not go around Cape Hatteras, which is kind of a sketchy place. I'm pretty excited about it, but we've been warned by a lot of people that we could run aground.
It's very, very shallow on either side.
Atticus, keep your speed up, Cap. The speed's going up.
What in the It's kind of like a real slow road trip through the woods. Man, look how pretty that is.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Cheers, big guy.
Cheers.
I'm Desiree.
And I'm Jordan. And this is Captain Oso, the little dude.
7 years ago, we bought a super neglected, really small sailboat that we called Atticus with the dream of seeing the world. Over the next 7 years, we spent a lot of time fixing up Atticus. But we also did boat work for money in Mexico, traded lobster for rum in Cuba, and lived off-grid in Panama during the pandemic.
Recently, we upgraded to our dream sailboat, Atticus II, and we're currently on our way to Washington, North Carolina, where we hope to finish up outfitting the boat before sailing for the Caribbean. How you feeling, big guy? You ready?
Ready to go.
You look like you're ready to open Christmas presents.
This is my foul weather gear.
Let's see you tie a cleat hitch.
Tie it around.
Bingo!
So when I undo the line, basically just throw it onto the deck right then.
You have to put the line very securely on the deck so that it's not going to fall in the water at all. That is the worst case scenario, is line gets wrapped up in the prop and now we're dead in the water. What do you see?
I don't know, it's just a black. Oh yeah, I see the tug behind it.
Okay, so there's a tug pushing it.
Yeah.
I think that's the tug. So we see he's going, that's the closest that will be in 5.5 minutes, is right there. Oh, I think that's the flotation haul out boat things. I don't know what you call them, but they haul out the giant Navy ships with those. All right, what do you think of Norfolk, big guy?
Pretty busy. Seen a lot of barges and boats already. Different from when we were with you on Maine. This is definitely more of a staying on the road kind of a thing.
Boy, look at that ship, big guy.
Yeah.
And I think it's in one of those dry dock boats, floating dry dock.
Your display here has this right over here, and it just calls it crane.
Yep, that is definitely a crane.
So be a little careful when you're approaching bridges, because a lot of the time they're kind of funnels for the current. Gilmerton Highway Bridge. Gilmerton Highway Bridge. This is sailing vessel Atticus.
Gilmerton.
1-2. Gilmerton Highway Bridge. This is sailing vessel Atticus. You there? So I thought he said go 1-2. So I went over to channel 12. It wasn't there. Gilmerton Highway Bridge. This is sailing vessel Atticus.
We got your 14 on channel 13. Over.
Tried calling him on the phone. We're southbound, about 15 minutes out. Okay, marker 19, great, will do. He said to give them a call on 13 when we get to marker number 19. It's the marker that marks the last bend before we get to the bridge. Gilmerton Highway Bridge, this is sailing vessel Atticus. We're southbound passing marker 19 right now, requesting an opening. We're 0 for 1 with the handheld. I don't know what the heck just happened. Gilmerton Highway Bridge is a sailing vessel Atticus. Sorry, that was a bad copy. Can you say that one more time?
It's Gilmerton Bridge. Bring it down closer to the bridge. When you're close enough, I'll get started. Stay on this radio channel.
Gilmerton Highway Bridge, this is sailing vessel Atticus. We're standing by on the north end of the bridge.
Gilmerton, Atticus, keep your speed up, Captain. The span's going up.
Roger that, we're coming through, thank you. That was frustrating, but I guess a learning experience. What kind of went wrong there was you don't really need to contact the bridge until you're pretty darn close, because the whole process of opening can happen quick. On top of that, my handheld VHF wasn't able to really hear or pick up the signal from the bridge until we were really close. Next time, I'll just hail them on the handheld once we get fairly close. Okay, so now's where the channel starts to get real narrow. I think we have to be very hesitant to trust the channel markers themselves.
You kind of want to head for a marker, you know, to one side of it, but then as you get closer, you see that marker is actually in the shallow area. The channel's way in from it.
The next thing that we've got coming up is the lock. Southbound traffic should be at the lock on the half hour. It's 10:40. We're gonna be there in 25 minutes, so we'll have to kill time for like 25 minutes. Great Bridge Lock, Great Bridge Lock. This is sailing vessel Atticus. What in the Hey Dad, can you go down to the main radio and then just tell them, like, you know, we're southbound, hoping to... Oh, I think I can hear him now. We're southbound, hoping to jump into the lock at the next opportunity.
Roger, Captain. The next opening will be about 20 minutes after the hour.
Boy, that's close, man. I'm not used to getting that close to big ships like that. Okay, we made the lock. We only dropped like 2 feet. And so that's the other thing that makes this a little bit of a tricky process, is there's the Great Bridge Lock, and then there's the Great Bridge Bridge. I actually don't know if I have to call that in. Great Bridge Bridge, Great Bridge Bridge. This is sailing vessel Atticus.
Great Bridge.
Hi, we're southbound, coming through the locks now. Just wanted to request an opening, please.
Smash Captain, 12 o'clock.
They're requesting that we come right up to the bridge. It's interesting, I'm like so used to staying far away from objects and land and bridges, you know? They really want us to get closer than I'm typically comfortable. All right, well, that should be the trickiest part of the day done, hopefully. As far as I can see, there's 0 channel markers, and I assume that's just because, like, the goal here is just stay in the freaking middle of this cut. And I can see off to either side, there's like tree stumps that are like coming out of the water. It's very, very shallow on either side. Centerville Turnpike Bridge. This is sailing vessel Atticus, southbound.
Centerville, I'm gonna try to clear. Make another opening.
Sorry, I didn't quite copy that. You said once the traffic's clear, you'll open?
Correct.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Hey, I did it. I didn't mess up. They didn't get mad at me. So I'm gonna try to be cool and like get real close to the bridge. So what do you think of this area, big guy?
Yeah, very cool. Definitely not Norfolk anymore.
Yeah. I see why they call it the ditch though. I mean, it does resemble a ditch. Yeah, so I was just reading in Navionics, they're saying that there's been a couple obstructions reported, like basically logs that are somehow stuck on the bottom and then poke out of the water. And you said you saw a log?
It's a log about, I don't know, 6-8 inches in diameter, sticking up about a foot. We passed it just on our port side.
Did it look like it would do damage if we hit it?
Yeah, because it was, you know, up vertically and it didn't look like it was moving or floating.
So it's like that scene in Braveheart?
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that that's something we need to think about.
every now and then it seems like the shallows will come way out into the channel. So I can definitely see why people run aground a lot.
This bridge we're coming up to is the last bridge we actually have to worry about. Next two after that are 65-foot clearance.
Well, what do you think, big guy? It's kind of like a real slow road trip through the woods.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is.
Can you get in the hang of it?
Yeah. Your navigation thing, your GPS here on the phone is great. It actually color codes depth, so you know right when you're in the deep water.
Yeah, and that's Aqua Maps. You can overlay the Army Corps of Engineers survey data on top of the chart, and so that's what that color coding is.
Oh, there's some money. 2 or 3 mansions, big barn set up with horses, on the water with his own dock.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, it's a pretty sunset, big guy.
Yeah, I'd say. It's definitely getting colder.
Yeah, sure is. Well, here's hoping we get to the marina before it gets too dark. Man, look how pretty that is.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, all right. Good job, big guy.
Yeah.
We did it. First day down. That was a tiring day.
Yeah, it was. Well, we started early and we're focusing like all day long.
Yeah, right.
Quite an adventure.
Well, I'm excited to be where we are. They say that they got good prime rib. Prime rib is normally a little expensive for me, but after a day like today, and now that we're in the middle of nowhere, and we can go order prime rib, I gotta do it.
I'll be right with you guys.
Cheers, big guy.
Cheers.
So what did you get, big guy?
Shrimp and grits, like a sausage gravy.
Oh, wow.
This is by far and away the best shrimp and grits I've ever had.
Well, I got the prime rib,
Oh, yeah.
which I'm pretty pumped about. Wow. It's delicious, man.
Tasty.
I'm very happy.
That's world-class beer, world-class food, and we're in the middle of nowhere. Waking up early, the smell of coffee in the cabin, casting the lines before dawn, gliding through the back country of North Carolina. Bald eagles and crisp morning air, the big guy at the wheel. I can't help but think sailing is not about the destination, it's about the journey.